Today we are going to understand the CORBA and how we can create simple calculator application with Java multithreading for better architecture. Basically, we are going to implement CORBA-based server client application. We are going to create the calculator. So first of all, we need to see what is CORBA and why are we implementing the multi-threading, and then we will see the our application architecture, and then see how to code it. First of all, the CORBA is Common Object Request Broker Architecture. It is a distributed computing framework defined by OMG, that is Object Management Group. It allows objects in different programming languages and running on different computers to communicate with each other if uh, they were like local. So basically, we create a interface. That interface we can compile with some libraries and can implement in any languages we want. So we will be using Java for this. First of all, we need to see what are the components that are important in this. IDL file is the interface that implements the remote interface and that we use with our server and client architecture. ORB is the broker that handles the request from various languages or can say client server applications. Uh, these are the all client and server definitions. This is the architecture diagram of CORBA, where the client is requesting some service with object request broker, and the underlying architecture of it is CORBA ideal file that we will see how we can create and how it is done with code. You can get more clarity. Now, why we are using the multi-threading? In server client setup, multiple clients might call the calculator at same time. Using multi-threading, the server can handle multiple requests concurrently instead of waiting for one to finish. Uh, Now we have understand what is the core and why we are implementing the multi-threading. This is a great learning for us to create the calculator that integrates the client-server architecture with the CORBA implementation. Now, this will be the server that will manage the logic of calculation. Each thread will be assigned with addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. The client will request any of the function like I want to add two numbers, then it will be sent to ORB, and the interface will provide us with the result. The IDL file that we will create, that is the main component that we will see in the code. So let's open the IntelliJ IDE. Now I have set up all the code for my implementation, but we will see from scratch how we can do it. For that, I have created the GitHub file that I will be adding in a description. I have added what will be the version that we will be required. Make sure to use Java version 8 as the CORBA requires to implement that. Also, make sure that you have the project structure as mentioned in this README file. Now we will see step by step. First of all, I have done all these steps like creating the project, which is pretty much easy. Now we will see this ideal file. So this is the ideal file where we have created the interface for our Java application to call and give the results. To run this, we have the one command that gives us the some files that help us in creating the application. Next is the server logic. Now, here we have extended the calculator POA, which was generated with ideal file that we run here. So let's see in the code. This is the server class. Here we have the logic of what our server will be handling and what applications we will be doing. Now the file that uh, Now the file that we I want to show you that has all the abstract of or ideal implementation. Ideal file implementation is this, where it is very similar to our ideal file, like as abstract file, but just we have created the abstract level for our Java application. We can do this with any languages. Uh, Now we will see the file that we generated with ideal, that command which I showed you just right now. Uh, this is the file. It is pretty much the ORB type implementation that gives you the upper level of abstraction of this code. We don't need to see this, just implement the functions based on the ideal file. Now, next step is we will need to create the server. The server will be the desire of what the application we want to implement. We are using calculator, so we have created the calculator code. Same for the client, what our client. So for multi-thread testing, what we have done, like in client code, we can see in client code, in client code, we have created three or four threads for multi-threading. Here we have assigned each task to each code so that it takes the correct function from the server. Like our server is configured with CORBA for multiple functions. And now the thread one will take the addition, subtraction. Right now we have added the hard-coded values. You can take the user inputs as well. The next step is to run this project. So open the first terminal. I have already implemented, but we will do it again. So in first terminal, we will start our Corba server, then cd into src where we have our directory. There we will run this file. Now our server is waiting for request. Now we will run the client in next terminal. So basically, we have seen the core of client request clients client just run the four threads at a time. So change and run this. Now you can see that we have uh, uh, implemented four methods at a time, and in the server which was waiting for the request has served our requests. So this was the implementation of the corp and multi-threading. This is a nice blender to learn new things. I hope you find this